Alright Chiefs fans, get ready, because a lot is happening in Kansas City right now. We have a team that just had one of its worst seasons in years, and the front office is moving quickly. There's a big decision to be made regarding the offensive line, which directly affects Patrick Mahomes' safety next season. And there's a name you probably haven't heard much about yet, but believe me, Spencer Fano and Skylar Bell might be exactly what this offense needs. And then we'll tell the truth about Justin Fields. You'll learn the truth about the signing that surprised the entire league. Let's analyze all of this right now. Click the like button and let's go. Let's start with the elephant in the room. The Kansas City Chiefs just finished 6-11. 6-11. That's not a blip. That's their worst season in over a decade, and for the first time since 2014, they're watching the playoffs from their couch. And if that wasn't enough, Patrick Mahomes tore his ACL in Week 15 and missed the final 3 games of the year. The face of the franchise on the sideline. Brutal. Now, Mahomes himself, still elite. He went 315 of 502 for 3,587 yards. 22 touchdowns, and 11 picks in 14 games. The numbers are still there. But here's the thing that can't be ignored. Over the last 2 seasons, Mahomes took 36 sacks, and then 34. That's the most and second most of his entire career, back to back. And a big chunk of that blame, it lands right on the offensive line. The name that kept coming up all season, and not in a good way, that was Jawaan Taylor. The guy struggled hard. We're talking 10 penalties in just 12 games. 10. And it wasn't a one-year problem either. Taylor racked up 40 penalties across 3 seasons with Kansas City. The Chiefs had enough, cut him loose, and saved themselves $20 million in cap space. Can't argue with that decision, so now the right tackle spot is wide open, and offensive line is shaping up to be Kansas City's biggest need heading into the 2026 NFL Draft. CBS Sports analyst Josh Edwards has a prediction, and it's a bold one. He's got the Chiefs selecting Spencer Fano out of Utah with the 9th overall pick. Back-to-back drafts, taking offensive tackles, filling the gap Taylor left behind. Edwards put it plainly. This isn't a flashy pick, but it's the right one. The Chiefs don't usually pick this high, and they're not going to waste it on a luxury. They're plugging a real hole on the roster. Now, who exactly is Spencer Fano? 6'5", 304 pounds, and the guy moves. Explosive off the snap, quick through gaps, gets into space in a hurry. There have been some concerns about his pass protection, sure, but he showed real improvement in his footwork and anchoring through the 2025 season. The tools are all there. The upside is massive, and in a system that desperately needs to keep Mahomes upright, Fano could be exactly the long-term answer Kansas City has been looking for. Alright, so the trenches might be getting sorted, but there's another problem on this roster that just got harder to ignore. The Chiefs lost a key piece at wide receiver, and the name they're looking at to replace him just dropped. And honestly, this one surprised me. Let's talk about the wide receiver room, because the Chiefs have a real problem there. And it's been building for a while. After 2 seasons in Kansas City, Marquise Brown is gone. He signed with the Philadelphia Eagles in free agency, and yeah, it stings. Last year, he put up 587 receiving yards and tied for the team lead with 5 touchdowns. In a receiving core that was already struggling, that's a significant hole to fill. And here's the bigger picture. The last time Kansas City had a wide receiver crack 1,000 yards in a season was Tyreek Hill. Now back in 2021, 4 years ago. That's a long time for a team with Patrick Mahomes under center to go without a genuine number 1 receiver threat. Now, Athlon sports analyst Luke Easterling has a prediction, and it's one that not many people were expecting. He's projecting the Chiefs to draft Skylar Bell out of UConn with the 109th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, a 4th-round pick to potentially solve one of the team's biggest weaknesses. Bold move. But here's why it actually makes sense. Bell just came off arguably the best season by a college wide receiver in 2025. We're talking 101 receptions, 1,178 yards, and 13 touchdowns. First team AP All-America honors, a Pro Football Focus grade of 81.8, which ranked him 43rd among 679 wide receivers. Those are legitimate numbers, not just hype. He spent 3 seasons at Wisconsin before finishing his college career with 2 years at UConn, and he saved his best for last. The talent is real, the production is real, and if Andy Reid can develop him the way he's developed weapons before, Bell could become something special in that offense. Travis Kelce is coming back for year 14, so Mahomes still has his most trusted target, but Kelce's window isn't infinite, and having a young, explosive receiver growing alongside him could be exactly what this offense needs to get back to championship form. Okay, draft picks are great, but this next move already happened, and it's the one that's got everyone talking. The Chiefs went out and traded for a quarterback, not just any quarterback, Justin Fields, and the reason behind it goes way deeper than just depth. The Kansas City Chiefs just acquired Justin Fields from the New York Jets, and the moment that news broke, the whole league stopped and looked up. On the surface, sure, it reads like a backup insurance move. Mahomes got hurt last season, the team wants a safety net, makes sense. But if you actually think this through, there are layers here that make this one of the most fascinating moves of the entire offseason. First, the obvious. Fields is not your average backup. This is a former first-round pick with years of starting experience, a guy who doesn't need the entire playbook rebuilt around him. If Mahomes comes back slow from the ACL or misses any time early in the season, the Chiefs don't fall off a cliff. They have a quarterback who's been there. Second, and this is the part people are sleeping on, Fields came cheap. Whatever Kansas City gave up, it's a fraction of what his talent is worth on the open market. That's a low-risk, high-upside play, and smart franchises win quietly with moves exactly like this. But the real conversation starter? Justin Fields on the field at the same time as Patrick Mahomes. Think about that for a second. Two dual-threat quarterbacks, both capable of throwing and running at a high level, both on the field simultaneously. That's not a depth chart. That's a defensive coordinator's nightmare. Every snap becomes a guessing game. Every alignment is wrong against at least one of them. And then there's Andy Reid. The man has built his legacy turning quarterbacks into weapons. In Kansas City, Fields won't be forced into a rigid system. The system will bend to fit what he does best. That flexibility could unlock parts of his game we've never actually seen before. This move might look simple on the outside. Inside, it could change everything. Look, the Chiefs are rebuilding in real time and the moves are genuinely exciting, but draft picks don't always pan out and Fields hasn't found his ceiling yet. My question for you, do you actually trust this roster to compete in 2026? Drop it in the comments. And if you're not subscribed yet, do it now. We're not missing a single move this offseason.